John, having
Yes.
just commemorated Armistice Day, the pipe band's been
Yes.
very involved
Very.
in war memorials. Why don't you talk to us about your involvement there?
Okay, for those that don't know, Armistice was signed on the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour in 1918, at the end of the Great War. And the first Armistice Parade, or the Memorial Service, was held 1919, the year after. And every year, everyone who fought in the war or who lost loved ones or had a country who was involved in the war, even those who weren't involved, go back to remember the dead and remember the sacrifice they made for world peace. And that's been going. I mean, we are now in 100 years since the Great War started. So yeah, we definitely be very busy. We actively involved with the MOTS, the Memorable Order of the Tin Hats. These are all guys who served their country on the front lines. They've seen active combat. They've lost friends and family, in wars. So we go and we remember them and we pay homage to them every year. And it's normally 2 or 3 weeks in November. We try and get the Sunday closest to the 11th. And yeah, that's where we are.
Now, while I'm chatting to you, John, won't you talk us through what you're wearing today? What is
Sure.
the significance of each bit?
Okay, well, I'll start at the top. Band wears a headdress. Our headdress is called a Glengarry. Glengarry is a standard top hat that you can wear. You also get feather bonnets, which is what the guards, people have seen the guards at
Edinburgh.
at Edinburgh and Buckingham Palace, those big feather bonnets. Guys wear those. It's very traditional. We're a little bit more modern in what we wear, so we've done away with the feather bonnets. We've done away with the plaid, with the brooch. Plaid is like a huge piece of material that sort of cloaks over the shoulder with a big brooch. You also get spats. It's like a little, it's like a white thing that goes on top of your shoe that you sort of make it white, and it's for parade. It's not.
It's for a ceremonial.
It's
Okay.
ceremonial. Thank
All
you.
right.
So what we wear is we've got a Glengarry on our heads. We recently had waistcoats added to the uniform. So that's there.
Very smart.
Thank you very much. we do the tie, obviously. It's very neat. Our shirts are blue. We do a long sleeve or a short sleeve blue shirt. We shy away from the white shirt. It just gives us a little bit more edge. Makes us look a little bit more modern. It's the kilt we're wearing is the tartan is the ancient MacDonald. And the band's been wearing the MacDonald kilt
Since 1982.
since 1982.
Yes.
And then we have people call them socks. We call them hose. It's a knee-high length sock. Underneath the sock, we have.
Are those drumsticks in your sock?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
it's a drummer thing. I don't know where to put them. They gotta go somewhere. So we got our hose on. We've got garter flashes, which are these little flashy guys over here. Also optional in your sock, you can wear something called a skiendu.
Right here.
Yeah.
You can see there.
Skiendu is a little knife that looks like a jewel. History behind the skiendu, interestingly enough, is when the British and the Scottish were going head to head, the Lords used to meet at the table to have dinner to try and reach a diplomatic solution. These dinners were strictly no weapons. Weapons were confiscated before they went into the meal.
Much like an airport.
Yes, exactly. So the Scots were very clever. They then started taking a knife in with them in their sock, disguised as a jewel, which is carried through now, which is what we wear today. Shoes we're wearing, everyone asks, what are we wearing? Sorry, maybe if you can. So they're called a gilly brogue. And it's an open top shoe with a brogue style toe with long laces and tassels, and the laces come up onto the hose, sort of up the leg. We also wear a sporran.
I actually want to know what's in your sporran.
Okay, well, it's everything and anything to keep the kilt down when the wind blows.
Right, especially because we are in Cape Town at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know I keep my cell phone and my wallet and my keys in there, which does a good job. I'm not sure about the other guys.
Well, I don't think it really keeps the kilt down. The southeaster blows.
Sorry, I know you asked Tony about what he was holding in his hands, and I was a bit reluctant to interrupt him, but I'd like to just say these pipes came to our shores from Scotland with the Gordon Highlanders in the early 1900s.
Late 1800s.
Late 1800s. Sorry.
These ones that you're holding right now.
This particular set, yeah.
So they weren't manufactured and then brought here. Someone had them in Scotland and brought them over in the late 1800s. So he's playing a set of pipes that's over 100 years old. Interestingly enough, we can't put that into a museum and leave them. The reason we can't is because the wood decays. It's like a Stradivarius violin. Those violins are worth millions, but if you leave it in a museum, they rot. You have to play them. So the only way to keep these pipes active and looking good is to actually carry on playing.
Now, we told some of our friends on social media that you guys were coming through, and you know exactly the question that they had for me to ask you. So who wants to address that for me? Tony?
Why are you asking me?
Is there some type of protocol about what goes on under the kilt?
Yes, it's tradition. I mean,
there's a stock standard answer. If we tell you, the mystery would be answered forever.
So let's leave it at that then, shall we?
One would just say,
yeah.
we carry the pride of Scotland under.
Or Zim, or Cape Town, or wherever it is we're from.
the pride of our people.
There's also another saying that says there's nothing worn under the kilt that's not in perfect working order.
Good. I feel like if I let you guys go on with this conversation, we'll be here all
Yeah,
day.
we've been
So
down
let's
this
wrap
road.
this up by asking Tony, how can we find you guys online? If somebody is watching this and really wants to get in contact with the Caledonian Pipers, where can we go?
Yes, you can either contact me directly or find our contact details on our band website. And our band website is www.ctcpb.co.za. All my details are there. If you want to take this down, my cell number, which is the best way to operate.
Let's rather not give the whole country
Okay.
your cell number,
That's
Tony.
Yeah.
But you have a
Yeah.
very active Facebook page.
Yes, I do. I don't know the address.
I think you just search Cape Town Caledonian Pipe Band.
Yeah.
You'll
And
probably
It does
the
come.
Facebook page
does
will
it?
come.
Okay.
Brilliant. Well, we're so grateful that you guys joined us today. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jerusha.
Thanks, Jerusha. Thanks very much.
Awesome.